this is Jeannie, and today I'm going to show you how I have redecorated my boxwood wreath. I have glass side doors, and so I usually put two wreaths that are just about alike. So this is what I'm taking off. It was just a little summer bow, and this is one that I had tied on, and I was going to show you how easy it is to change these out. So I'm just going to untie that bow. I'll take that off and save it. I may use it again later. But if you tie your bows on there like that, see, it's just so easy to redecorate. So this is the look that I'm going for. I don't want a lot on this wreath, and I really wanted this ribbon to show up. It's God Bless America. So I just have a small, kind of little funky bow here with a spray, and then I just tied it at the end. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. I used one spray from Trendy Tree, and it has the red check star, and then it also has the blue check, and that number is 78187 RWB. So I just took that apart, and for this other ribbon, this other wreath, I'm going to take this part, and I'm just going to tear that off of that because that stem is rather large, and I'm going to use this piece of the ribbon. I'm filming in two different places, so I'm trying to get both cameras at the same point. So anyway, so we'll save that. The little white piece we'll save for later. So hang on, let me just move my camera a little bit. Okay, so at least now I'm looking at the same camera. So I'm going to make just a small bow to go at the top of the wreath, and then this is just another little small bow at the bottom. So I'm going to start out with this God Bless America ribbon, and it's a repeat. So what I'm going to do is cut it between the lettering . I'm just going to use one piece of that. But I want that God Bless America to show up, okay? So we're going to, I've attached it like a banner across the wreath. So I'm going to just pinch this end up, pinch that together, and just make a little small bow for that attachment. I used the 1.5 inch red gauze ribbon for that. And let's see, I can't remember exactly how much I used, but I made about a 6-inch tail and just a small couple of loops. Don't need much of a bow for that. Okay. Find my scissors. And since my primary ribbon is white and I don't have much of a tail, I didn't want to cut into the next word, so I'm going to take some white ribbon and just make a little tail. Just pinch that together. get a chenille stem. Okay, so since this wreath, let's see, hangs like that, I'm going to put the next banner going up that way. So this is where it will end. Just going to pinch that together. Put the chenille stem across that. So the banner will be going like that. So I need those tails coming this way. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on my wreath. I'm going to hang it on this wall behind me to find my placement. Okay, so since the first one is going down this way, I'll make this one going up this way. So I'm just going to work my fingers through the greenery and go around it with that chenille stem. Just secure that in the back. Okay, and we can trim those tails later. On this end, I'm just going to pinch that together. I want you to be able to read that, so just fluff that up a little bit. Go around that with a chenille stem. And secure it to the wreath form. We're going to cover that up with a little bow. Okay, so let's see. Okay. All right, so I'm going to make kind of a funky bow. And I'm going to make I'm going to use 10-inch pieces of ribbon. And I'm going to make my bows the same. So I think I used 4 pieces of this navy stripe. And I'll put those links in the written post or somewhere in the description. So 2 of those, and let's see, I think I used 2 pieces of red. I know I only used 1 piece of white because I don't have a lot of the plain white left. And then I used 1 piece of this glitter ribbon. I don't have a lot of it left either. So, on 2.5-inch ribbons. I'm just going to cut them at an angle, finish off those ends at an angle. And on my 2.5-inch ribbon, I'm going to do a chevron or a dovetail cut on that. Just fold them. Cut on that folded edge. Okay. And I'm going to use the bow dabra just to hold the ribbon. This plastic part is the bow dabra. This board is something that my husband made and attached the bow dabra to make it a little more secure so it can slip and slide around. So I'm going to start out with a 2.5-inch navy ribbon, fold it in half, get your center point, and just drop it down in there. This is just going to hold the ribbon. You don't actually have to do this, but it's getting a little hard for me to hold things in my hands completely. A little arthritis. And then I'm going to take the next piece. I'm going to kind of position it at an angle. And then I'm going to take another piece of the stripe. And you know, this is just scrap ribbon. You can do this any kind of ribbon that you have. It's patriotic. And look in your Christmas stash too, because you find some patriotic there, that some red and white stripe, polka dot, and so forth that you can use for patriotic. And I'm just kind of positioning those ribbons, kind of separating them, and positioning them. And I only have one piece of the glitter or sequin ribbon. And I'm going to finish with the white on top because I'm using a white chenille stem. Okay, so now I've got my bow ready to come off the board, and I'm going to take this little piece of glittery stuff and the star, and I'm just going to kind of curve those ends up together there. Okay, then I'll take my bow off, get the bow dabra out of the way. Take the bow, take the little arrangement, kind of put that behind it, and I can adjust it more after I get it attached. Take the chenille stem, I'm going to go around all of it together. I tell you what, let me secure my bow first. Let me go around and secure my bow first. I don't want that to get loose. So just hold your chenille stem, twist your bow, make that good and tight. Now you can kind of spread your ribbons out the way you want them. Now then, I'm going to take the little star and the little sparkly stuff, lay that to the back, put it between the chenille stems, and secure it. Secure it to the bow. Okay? And like I say, I can adjust that bow after I get it attached to the wreath. And then I'm going to take that and attach it to that banner area right there. just going to work my fingers through that and pull that chenille stem through to the back, go around the wreath, and just secure it from the back. And then I'm going to put it on my board and fluff out the ribbons. Okay. All right. So there are my two wreaths. They both have the writing, you know, where you can read them okay. Let me get them down where you can see them better. So they're just kind of a little bit opposite of each other, which, you know, I don't know that really matters or not. I think the thing that matters the most is that you're able to read the ribbon. So on this one, the ribbon is going down, and on this one, the ribbon is going up. So I have just a little bit of white sparkly stuff left, so I'm just going to separate that. And maybe put that, work that into the that little bow right there. But I'm gonna make it like a little pick. So I need to get a couple of toothpicks out of the kitchen, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Okay, got this little wooden skewer from the kitchen, and I'm gonna cut that off just about, 3-4 inches. I'm going to cut it at an angle. Of course, one end is pointed already. And I'm going to make a little pick for this part. And could not find my floral tape anywhere. So I'm using black tape. When you're at home and you're making something, you just have to make do. So I'm just wrapping that little bit of spray around that pick. That's just to secure it. I mean, good gracious. I'm sorry. This is black electrical tape. But anyway, it'll work. Nobody's going to see it. I'm going to cut the ends of the spray off where the stick is sticking out so I can put it into the grapevine wreath. Okay? So then I'm just going to take the wreath, take the little pick, put it down into the grapevine. And then I've added just a little bit of, glitch right there on that end. So I'll take the other piece and do that on the other wreath. Okay, so there it is. I have two similar wreaths go on the side doors. Okay, and I'll take some better pictures. Oh, I didn't I didn't trim off the ends of those ribbons. Lots of times when once you hang your wreath up on your door, that's why I like to hang it on the board and look at it, because just as sure as you hang it and start taking pictures, you'll take a lot of pictures, and when you sit down at the computer or whatever to look at them, then you'll see a wayward stem or a hole, something that you need to fix. Okay. That's one, and trim this one, and then I'll be ready to hang them on the doors and see how they look. All these supplies came from Trendy Tree. Of course, I have an article or a post where I created these boxwood wreaths. I had a damaged square boxwood wreath, and I took it apart and made 2 round wreaths out of it. So I was able to salvage that. I'm so glad I did. I like working with the boxwood because, you know, you can just redecorate it and reuse it and redecorate it and so forth. So I like to do things that are simple. This will be easy to remove. Come time to take it off, I'll probably leave it up. I may leave this up through July and then remove this and do something for fall. Okay? Thanks for watching. See you next time. Oh, be sure and subscribe to my channel, to the Trendy Tree channel. That's where I upload all my videos. Some will be cooking and so forth, but it all goes on the Trendy Tree channel. And then my personal blog is JeanniePence.com, so I hope you'll follow me there and subscribe.